I hope you're ready because School Zone Dallas is on the move. This time, we're in Oak Cliff at the middle school we both attended, W.E. Griner Exploratory Arts Academy.
It's great to be back. Hey, do you remember what you used to look like when you went to school here?
What do you mean? I didn't look any different.
Well, check this out.
Well, that just forces me to show everyone what you look like.
All right, you got me there. I think it's just time for us to start the show.
I couldn't agree with you more. Let's go.
On this edition of School Zone Dallas, we'll get in step with the ambassadors from Thomas Tobert Elementary.
As well as see DISD students give back to their community.
And we'll check out a day in the life of a DISD security officer.
Buckle your seatbelts because right now we're in the zone.
School Zone Dallas. Hi, I'm Royce, a senior at Lincoln Communications Magnet.
And I'm Ismenia, a senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. And welcome to yet another edition of School Zone Dallas.
Today we're at W.E. Griner Exploratory Arts Academy, the largest middle school in the state of Texas.
And what a great place it is. Here's the school's principal, Mr. Ricardo Atkinson.
Hello. Welcome to W.E. Griner Middle School, a school where students are afforded the opportunity to study the arts and academics. Come on in.
Thanks, Mr. Atkinson. We'll see a lot more of Griner throughout the show.
Let's get this party started. Let's go to Rebecca, who's hanging out in a really cool art room. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, y'all. Right now, we're in Miss Joanna Henry's art class, and take a look at this colorful ceiling. Over the years, students who come through class eventually get to paint one of their own designs on one of the panels. The end result is remarkable. Hi, Miss Henry.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Sure, I'll be happy to. This represents about 5 years of work. Our students get to each paint a panel, include their hand, because it represents art and it represents them. It's fun to see how they've evolved over time. They've got a group of 3 here. The students work together. We've got a panel over here that represents a student who passed away last year, and some have even included 3-dimensional work.
Well, it's fantastic, and it can only get better with time.
Thank you.
And now, back to you guys.
Thanks, Rebecca. Hey, I hear some music.
Oh, I know that music anywhere. That's Dallas guitar legend Stevie Ray Vaughan.
That's right, and right now we're standing right in front of the Stevie Ray Vaughan Performance Hall here at Griner.
Even though Stevie Ray didn't attend school here, he grew up around this neighborhood, and his mother continues to be of great support to the school, even giving scholarships to some of the students to eventually attend college.
That's a wonderful thing. But hey, let's get started on our first story. A group of students called the Ambassadors.
And watch out, because these kids have all the right lines and all the right moves. Here's Kyle with more.
Hey guys, Kyle here, and we're here at Thomas Tobert Elementary School, home of the Mighty Tigers and the foot-stomping Ambassadors. Today we're here to meet a teacher who encourages his students to make a lot of noise.
I have a dream that one day we can let freedom ring so people in the world will make it right. 'Cause there ain't no need to fuss and fight.
Hi, my name is Kirk Williams. I am the sponsor of the Ambassador Club at Thomas Tobert Elementary School. The Ambassadors are an organization of young men that do fraternity-style steps with a Black history message that they kind of put rap to it, and they go all over the city of Dallas. And the idea just came to me. You know, I remember back in my days in college, and we used to step and do several things, and I was kind of like, you know, let me try this with a new twist. As they go on through school, then I want them to realize that, hey, we have fraternities that are doing the same thing. So you want to go to college. It's Malcolm, X when I flex just like a falcon. People see me, think I'm kind of scary, but I want justice.
By any means necessary.
I like to be an ambassador because I got a lot of friends and I love to step. The hardest part about being an ambassador is it takes weeks to learn the steps and the words. When I'm on stage, it like I'm famous.
It's fun, and you get to step and dance and all that. We get rap parts. We do some new steps every day. We got a brand new step that we about to kick. So when you see it, don't be tripped because you know it's legit.
The ambassador's words carry an important message, one in which the students have the opportunity of expressing elements of history and culture.
We come out and we perform and we let people know about Dr. Martin Luther King, Thurgood Marshall, other figures in Black history that were very important and instrumental in our development. I have definitely seen some changes from some of my former ambassadors, and they always come back to me. They're always able to track me down, and it's incredible, but they maintain their direction, and they maintain a certain level of dignity.
I stepped for the ambassadors for 3 years, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun because we got to go places and perform for people, and we got to learn and have a new experience. I've applied many things from the STEP team, such as bringing all my experience over to Atwell Middle School on the STEP team there and learning how to talk to people and be courteous. Mr. Williams is a great instructor, and he likes to have you be precisioned and uniformed. I have created a lot of friendships through the STEP team, and mostly that's where I met a lot of my friends, and they're still with me now at Atwell Middle School. I would encourage a lot of people to get involved so they'll have fun and have something to do and keep them out of trouble.
The fact that young boys can get up there and show that much confidence on the stage and that much precision and come with a message that's so strong, it just leaves people like, oh, wow.
And that's all from Thomas Tobel Elementary. This is Kyle, and that's a wrap. Back to you guys.
Those were some fantastic moves.
You got that right. Right now, we're in the main entrance of W.E. Griner, and above us hang hundreds of origami cranes, handmade by students. Japanese legend has it that the paper cranes have the ability to fly out into the world and fulfill good wishes. Hanging the cranes here at Griner began several years ago when a faculty member became ill, but had since fully recovered. Now it's a yearly tradition within the school and a great example of people coming together.
Speaking of people caring for one another, last summer big changes were afoot at Harley Elementary School, and the entire community helped out. Our good friend Savannah is on the scene.
I can't believe how much everything's changed. Hi guys, I'm here at Harley Elementary School in Dallas. In June of last year, this school was part of the program Outreach to Teach, which is sponsored by the NEA, or National Education Association.
Harley was fortunate to be chosen as the National Education Association's school that they do an Outreach to Teach program for each year as they do their national conference. The event last year that we had for Harley, we were told that there would be about 250 volunteers. We were surprised the morning they came to know that we had over 90 retired teachers as well as 250 other teachers or promising teachers or teachers that were coming to visit us that day. So we had a big crowd that day, by almost 350 people. The National Education Association, when they first came, went through and did like a walkthrough and asked us to do a wish list. And one of the things that they told us was, you know, the sky's the limit. One of the big things that teachers wanted, they wanted new desks, new chairs, dictionaries, thesauruses. We got calculators, math manipulatives for all of our upper, our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classes. Our 2nd grade teachers got a lot of manipulatives. Satchels to go on the backs of their books, cases. We got the teachers, most importantly, were impressed that they could ask for things that they hadn't had. They got some new bookshelves and they got some new bulletin boards so that they would have those things in their classrooms so that they could arrange their classrooms better. The biggest thing though was the playground. They bought us a playground set that can suitable for about 50 to 60 students, and their children have loved playing on it and have had a great time ever since school started toward that. They bought us some plants and things because they're trying not to just help with the educational needs, but the general appearance and climate of the school. So that was important that they do that for us also.
On June 26, 2002, more than 200 volunteers took it upon themselves to give N.W. Harley a new look. They wanted a school everyone could be proud of. So they painted, cleaned, landscaped, and built a new playground. This endeavor was possible because of the NEA, DISD, and other community partners' commitment to public schools.
It's extremely exciting to be involved with a group of people who come together to contribute their time, money, and their expertise to better someone else's environment. Roundtree's part in the NEA project was we came up with a master plan for them. Then we coordinated with Ms. Berkeley on the different items and tasks that needed to be accomplished out here. We went out and selected all the tree and plant material. We came out and helped lay out the different areas for where the playground equipment and where the trees would be planted. Myself and another designer came out the day that it was installed to make sure everything was going accordingly. We also met with Ms. Berkeley and many of the students and faculty on kind of their needs and wants for the landscaping here at Harley. After talking with the children, the big demand was for a playground, and so they were able to get that, and we were able to design that into their landscape. We gave our time to do the plan and also provided them with the drawings and rendered plans so they could use that as a tool to convince other people to become involved in the project.
Some of the students came up that day to help, so they were a big part of that, and they talked to the people. They got to meet a lot of interested people from 40 different states, so that was good for our school because the kids actually got to meet the people that were helping do the work. Some of the students had anticipated, I told them people would be coming, and so they were excited because they got to see it from nothing during the construction and renovation part, so they got to see us tear things down. They were probably the most excited of everyone. But when students came back, they were happy. They had new desks, new chairs, all those kinds of things that you want to walk into your first day of school. It was like wearing new clothes to Easter. So it was just a great, big, wonderful thing for all of the kids and the parents.
NW Harley's motto is, accept nothing less than the best. With a motto like that, you can only succeed. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Savannah.
What an uplifting story. Everything looks great.
Absolutely. Everyone did a fantastic job. Now, just as we saw the community lending a helping hand to DISD, DISD students do all they can to give back to the community. It's all about common sense.
1 penny. If you were to see it on the street, you probably wouldn't even pick it up. But you should, because as you're about to see, when you get a group of DISD students collecting spare change, it all adds up to help out the community.
We raised over $31,000 this year. So that, I think, is worth an applause. Basically, some of the things that I do for the Common Sense program is I help coordinate the efforts of all the students as they raise the money in the schools to help them decide and come to a consensus of where they'd like the money to go to. It's a really exciting program, and I'm really thrilled to be involved with it this year, and hopefully I'll be involved again next year. We've done it for several years, so it's like I said, it's very exciting, and probably the best part about it is that the kids get to make the decisions where they'd like their money to go to. Basically, the bottom line is that they set up a barrel that we make sure that all the schools in the program have a barrel. It's about a 30-gallon plastic barrel, and the kids are allowed to decorate that any way they can to draw the attention to the barrel. And the kids are advocates on campus saying, this is a program that will benefit local agencies in the neighborhood. At that point, the kids will then bring change from home or extra lunch money or wherever they get their money from, they'll start putting it in the barrel at that time. Sometimes the kids will do things off campus, car washes, just any way that a young person could think to raise money, they do that, and then they'll put the money inside the barrels.
Right now, I'm at the DISD Administration Building where a very important meeting is taking place. And it's not made up of adults. Schools that raise less than $1,000 get together to pool their money and decide which charities it'll go to.
Family Gateway's mission is to provide comprehensive services.
The charity we chose was Family Gateway, and we chose it because it gave temporary homes to homeless children and their families, and it gave them 3 meals a day, but they needed money for toddler and baby food. So we thought that every kid needs to eat. That's what helps them concentrate in school. And if they wouldn't eat, they would starve to death, and then their kids are like the future, so that's why we chose it.
As a representative of Carter High School, I spoke briefly about our chosen charity, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
The mission of the Mothers Against Drunk Driving is to stop drunk driving, support the victims of this violent crime, and prevent underage drinking. For many years, MAD has been involved in educating legislators as well as being involved in legislative reform for tougher drinking and driving laws.
The experience for Common Sense, it's a very wholesome and fun experience. You interact with others, you find out different details about your community, and you also can participate with other schools. And it's also a great way to learn about economics. So you learn about money statistics and different things that just help you out in the real world.
While they're talking things over in here, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you about last year's roundtable. In all, 33 schools raised over $23,000 in coins that went to 28 different local charities. And without a doubt, that money did a lot of good.
Well, with the Common Sense program, we've been lucky enough, fortunate enough to be recipients for the past 2 years. The first year, the kids decided to give us a little over $1,000. And this past year, we were able to get a little over $3,900. And what we do with that is help people whenever they have a fire. If they live in an apartment, if they live in a house, if they have a fire, then they lose everything. They lose their clothes, they lose food, they lose a place to live. And with that money, we're able to give them those things. Being recipients has been a tremendous asset to us and all the other organizations that receive money. So to be able to participate in this is an honor, and we want to thank the kids very much.
What a great program. The money all went to worthwhile causes.
That's right. Each of the 14 charities presented at the roundtable will receive more than $500 apiece. Wonderful.
Hey, let's see what Rebecca's doing. Rebecca?
Hey y'all, I'm in Griner's woodshop class. You know, decades ago, pretty much every school had a woodshop. Now, this is the only one left in DISD. The woodshop teacher, Mr. Stevens, is retiring next year after 19 years with the district. In his shop, students get all kinds of hands-on experience working with wood. They cut, saw, sand, and assemble. Let's take a look at all the other great things Griner has to offer. Attention! Forward march! About face!
Cadet E1 zone.
W.E. Griner was the first middle school in DISD to start a cadet program. All total, nearly 400 kids participated in the ROTC program to help them learn more about the Army, the Navy, and the Marines.
Which one of these is closest to the main deck?
ROTC program here at Griner started in 1994. It was introduced to Griner by a lady by the name of Miss Kim. She was the principal at the time. And it was just a takeoff. It kind of exploded within the middle school. What we try to instill in the cadets is honesty, good citizenship, leadership.
Parade, rest!
And of course, we teach from basic military requirements.
If this is our imaginary ship, and this is the stern of our ship, and over there is the bow of the ship, I'm going to walk that direction. Which direction am I walking?
You're walking in the imaginary line. I decided to join the ROTC because I like it. It's fun. It gets me discipline, responsibilities. That's why I like it.
The interest, it's kind of learn one, teach one. We have been able to recruit some good cadets here at Griner. It seemed like to me it's what they want. It's not about the discipline, it's about being a part of a good team. As you know, everybody can't play football, they can't play basketball, but within the military there's a place for everybody. And we've been able to find a place for everybody that want to be a part of our team.
Well, yes, there is a place for anyone here because, well, I'm a cheerleader and I'm not really good at sports, so it gets me a place here.
It makes me feel good when I can look up and see a cadet walk back in this classroom and tell me, sir, I'm in the Marine Corps, I'm in the Army. It's a payday for me. In my business, believe it or not, I know not who I'm speaking to, and I don't know for about another 4 or 5 years. And when that person come in, it just floors me. It's, like I say, it's better than a payday, knowing that I got one.
Throughout the years, the cadet program has remained a vital part of what makes Griner unique. It serves as a model for schools throughout the state and district to build similar programs. Now, we're not finished yet showing you all that Griner has to offer. Just wait until you check out the Exploratory Arts Academy. Housing 5 different art forms, the Exploratory Arts Academy is a great place for students to get an introduction to the world of jazz ballet.
Come inside, let me teach you how to jive and well. Oh, you gotta jump jive, then you wear your jump jive, then you wear the way.
And ballet folclórico. There's also orchestra. As well as theater arts.
This is an X-pennant.
And visual arts. The sky's the limit.
Well, what we try to do is get these students at an early age involved with exploring the arts. They get to see all forms of art expression and get to be involved with them. This is my 11th year at Griner, and this is just a marvelous place for anybody involved with the arts. Study after study has shown that students who are able to be creative, who are exposed to the arts at an earlier age, will perform better in education than those who don't have that opportunity.
Hi, my name's Lisa Tipton. I'm in 8th grade and I go to W.E. Griner Middle School. I like to perform and I just have so much fun, like being on stage and wearing funny costumes and just being able to move around and express things about the character I play.
Oh, Sheriff Sunshine!
I do like the fact that they give us arts classes because, I mean, we can have fun and like do stuff that we really want to do in our future. And the way I feel is that if you have a flair for something like orchestra or dancing or art, then you will have a lot of fun in the class. It's just something I've almost always wanted to do, is to be on stage.
Go on, go on. On top of all that, Griner even excels in athletics. This is the girls' soccer team, the Griner Yellow Jackets, which has won the district title the last 10 years in a row. Well, that's it from Griner. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Rebecca.
Thanks, Rebecca. You know, I'm still mad at you.
Mad at me? You're the one who showed a picture of me in the 8th grade. Plus, you're the one who's always clowning around. Remember those previous shows?
On one, you had some crazy dream about Kirsten being a banker. On another, you first tried to rap. Then you tried to be a runner. Then a roper. Then, on the last episode, you were trying to slow down traffic.
You're always up to something.
Well, maybe we need to get all this settled by a DISD security officer.
Good idea. As part of an ongoing feature here on School Zone Dallas, we'll meet a different DISD employee each month who stands for one of the district's 6 principles of public service.
That's right. And this month, it's Miss Terry Thomas, a security officer at Comstock Middle School who relies on the principle of fairness every day she's on the job.
I'm Terry Thomas with Dallas ISD PD. In my position, my primary functions are to ensure the safety of the faculty and the student body of EB Comstock. I also have 7 feeder schools, elementary schools, which I'm also responsible for, and property of all the ISD buildings there.
It isn't easy to be a DISD security officer.
Keeping 160,000 students safe and in the right place is their primary goal.
And on a daily basis, you're helping students, teachers, people. I'm a people person, so that works really well for me.
On any given day, Terry may be called upon to break up a fight, confiscate dangerous materials, or provide a calming influence to students and staff. Her first job is to neutralize the situation.
But if I go in with the mentality, I'm the police and you're going to do what I say do immediately, and I take sides immediately, then that's going to escalate the problem.
As a result, fairness is an essential element to working through any conflict.
When you walk in with an open mind of you're going to be fair no matter what went on here. Maybe the teacher was wrong, or the parent is wrong, or the student is wrong, or two students are wrong. When you go in with that kind of mentality, it better opens up for more communication skills on both parties. That's what I like to take in when any situation I go into. I go in with not knowing what happened and not taking sides, no matter who the person is, administrator, teacher, student, parent, whomever. It just makes it easier. When you are able to communicate, you're able to make people open up. You're showing them that you are a listener as well as a communicator, as well as a person that can speak to them. When you can communicate, you can show them other ways, other obstacles, other avenues that they can take to get a situation resolved.
At Comstock Middle School, Terry is responsible for the safety of more than 2,000 students, and she has a clear understanding of her important role on campus.
My role as a youth action officer is to be fair and ensure safety for all on a daily basis. I want to make sure that everyone that came to that location leave that location the way they came to that location. Happy, healthy, vibrant, excited.
In a way, DISD security officers like Terry reflect all district employees. They treat everyone the way we all want to be treated, with honesty, decency, and fairness.
You know, after watching that story, I think she decided with me.
I'm not so sure about that.
Hey, if you have any story ideas for future installments of School Zone Dallas, send us an email to schoolzone@dallasisd.org.
Well, that wraps it up for today's show. We want to thank W.E. Griner Exploratory Arts Academy for being a terrific host.
It's great to have been back to our old stomping grounds. I have a lot of good memories here.
Me too. Join us next month when School Zone Dallas originates from Kentonville Middle School.
But until then, remember to keep it right here in the zone.
Hi, I'm Laura Miller.
And I'm Mike Moses.
Mentoring a student for just 1 hour a week can make a big difference in their lives.
Today's students are tomorrow's workforce. Each of us is responsible for their success.
Call this number today.